coming up in today's video. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. It is, whoa, I just hit the camera on my shelf. It's 11:15. We've had a pretty accomplished and productive morning so far. We went to town and picked up our grocery order. I ordered groceries last night via ClickList from Fred Meyer. Picked up our groceries, got everything like the fridge, the pantry all cleaned out and organized and everything put away. We stopped and got a coffee. This is pretty much just like cold foam at the bottom now, but we got Dutch Bros, and if you guys have a Dutch Bros in your area, you have to try the caramel pumpkin brulee cold brew with the soft top. It's like cold foam from Starbucks, but better in my opinion. So we did that. We also, what else did we do? We went to Home Depot, picked up some paint because I'm gonna be painting Berkley's room today. You guys saw that we redid the boys' bedroom. Berkley recently got wallpaper. Not that long ago, a few months ago. We did this floral wallpaper in her room. And so that is staying, that's not going anywhere. But when we bought our house, all the walls were this like beige color. And so I've been slowly, room by room, changing it. We painted the whole living area. It's a mess out here, you guys, but we filmed all this. We painted this whole area Repose gray. That's like my favorite gray color that we also had in our bedroom at our old house. I also painted the boys' room Repose gray over the weekend. So we've got that color in here now. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out because we redid all of this. They got wall blush wallpaper. Got two of my vacuums still out here. Stuff is all over the place. The kids were at my mother-in-law's this weekend, so their bags of clothes are still here they need to put away. But today I'm working on Berkley's room. She has been wanting to paint her walls pink, and then I'm gonna be painting her dresser, and this just needs a new coat of paint. And I need to paint the hardware on there. So we went to Home Depot this morning, got some paint. So this is the paint that I always get for interior walls. The paint and primer in one, Behr satin enamel is the finish that I do, and the color that we got is called Cupcake Pink. So we looked at a bunch of paint swatches, and we're gonna have a pink room, you guys. She is dead set on having pink walls, and I'm fine with that because this is not my favorite color, this beige. But it's so important to have a space that you love where you live, and it's wild what just a coat of paint and moving around some decor and furniture can do. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we moved her bed over to the corner here. We're trying to make the kids' rooms more functional as we're spending so much time at home with homeschool and just the world right now. And before, she's got a bowl of snacks right there, but before we had like every single square inch of her walls were like covered in toys and stuff. So I have definitely been working on downsizing. This situation is also gonna get organized. I don't know, when I first got this toy organization thing, I thought it was great, but it's just too much stuff, honestly. Like her closet, I mean, all her clothes are up here, but this is just like packed full of stuff now because we have too much stuff. So I'm gonna be selling this organizational dealio because we don't have any other use for it. And just being intentional with what toys we keep, because honestly, when there's this many, she doesn't play with them. But I've been doing a couple of classes on this site called Skillshare that I want to tell you guys about. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, but the classes that I've been doing on there have really motivated me to want to get to work on our house and continue the projects and film videos, and I've learned so much from using Skillshare, so I want to tell you guys about it. It's really, really cool. So Skillshare is an online learning community. There's a ton of inspiring classes for creative people. If you are a creative person or you want to be a creative person, I get questions all the time. People asking me like, how did you start your YouTube channel? What's your best advice for starting a channel or growing a channel? Stuff like that. And I have seen so many awesome videos and classes on Skillshare on those specific topics, and I was like, I have to share this with my people on YouTube because those are questions I get all the time, and now I can refer you guys, and you guys can get all the help that you're looking for, all the information that you're looking for, not just for that, but I mean photography and art skills and anything like that. Interior design. Last night I sat here and I watched a whole series on interior design because you guys know I love decorating and rearranging and that kind of stuff, and I learned so much about different styles and how to incorporate different textures and patterns. Not only can you go on Skillshare and like learn a new skill or learn how to work a new program or something like that, but you can also just like deepen the creative side of you that you already have, or things that you already know how to do. Just deepen your knowledge of all sorts of things creative. Skillshare offers membership with meaning, and it definitely empowers you to accomplish real growth. So one of the classes that I actually did is called Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Perfect Your Perfect Space, and the instructor is Lauren Cox. So I'm gonna have all this information linked down below for you guys. But like I was saying, the way that she talked about your like finding your style in your house and like mixing different styles and how to identify different styles, and it was just so cool to learn something new that I'm also like passionate about. Skillshare is curated for learning, specifically for learning, so you're not going to see any ads on there or anything like that, and they're always releasing new classes, new information, and it's also less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. At a time where things are just so different in the world right now, finding your creative side and having an outlet like that is so important, and it's definitely been helpful for me, and I appreciate the services that Skillshare has to offer. So the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description box will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. So I'm gonna have all the info linked down below for you guys. If you have ever been interested in any sort of creative anything, I highly recommend checking out Skillshare. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, link in the description box, go and check it out. Okay, I've got my painting clothes on. Do you guys have painting clothes? Do you paint enough to have painting clothes? Got painting clothes on, my room's a mess. Today we're focusing on Berkeley's room. Boys' room is done. Moving on to the next. Roll that time lapse. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take this Fast and Final like hole filler stuff that has this little spackling tool attached to it. I'm going to take out all of the little nails that I used to hang up her pictures and apply that spackle and let it dry, and then you guys will see in a little bit I'm going to take some sandpaper and just smooth that out before I start painting. You will notice that I leave the screws in the wall right here because I'm just going to paint right over those and put her decor right back up where they were, so I didn't feel like I needed to take those out and like patch up the holes just to put them right back in. So I'm just going to get all of her furniture that I can moved out of the room, and then the rest of it I will just move to the center. So then I have room to move my ladder around and paint. So here I'm just taking a little sanding block and I'm going over all of the parts where I put spackle in the holes just to smooth it out. Then I'm going to take off all of the light switch covers and the outlet covers. I'm also going to take a dry rag and just wipe down the baseboards. That way when I'm doing the edging along the baseboards, there's no dust or anything like that getting into the paint. And now I have my drop cloths laid down. Usually I only do this if I'm painting over carpet because I don't want to accidentally drop any paint on the carpet. But if I'm painting over hardwood floor, I usually don't, because if you have a wet rag handy and you get a little drop somewhere, you can just wipe it right off while it's still wet. But I've got my drop cloths down. Those are just purchased from Amazon. And now I'm going to remove the blinds from the windows, and I'm going to pour the paint and we're going to get started. Sometimes when I'm painting, I like to do the edging first with a paintbrush. Sometimes I like to do all of the rolling first with a rolling brush, and this time I did my rolling first. So if you have a really good paintbrush, you don't have to tape anything off. Now I know some people like to just for peace of mind, but I have done so much painting in my lifetime that I have just kind of gotten good, I guess, at edging without painting. But if you ask anybody that has done any sort of painting in a house, they'll tell you if you have a good paintbrush, you typically don't need to use any painter's tape. So let's just let this footage roll, let the music play, and let's paint this room.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright.
Now, a question I get all the time whenever I'm doing these house projects and I have the kids here with me is, what are the kids doing while I'm working on this project? So you can see them coming in and out of the room. This is sped up like 20 times faster than the original footage. So typically what the kids are doing is watching movies, playing in the other room, the living room. We have a pretty small house, so even if I'm here in Berkeley's room and they're in the living room, they're literally right there. But on this particular day, they were dressed up in their costumes that they're going to be for Halloween, which is Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach. So they had their costumes on all day and they were playing Mario Brothers all around the house. They had set up like an obstacle course. They had Mario Brothers on the TV in the living room. They're playing in the boys' room. So they're really good about all playing together and entertaining themselves, and I am so grateful for that. Also, whenever I am doing these projects and I'm tending to the kids at the same time, it takes me a really long time to get stuff like this done. So painting this room took me most of the day, and which you guys will hear me talk about in a little bit when we finally get to doing our homeschool. But I'm getting them snacks and I'm getting them set up with art projects or whatever it is that they want to do, whatever they have going on. So I might film one little clip painting like this section, pause it, and then you see I'm on a completely different wall now. So watching these videos and seeing people do things on the internet is also kind of skewed, because you never know the time frame and stuff like that. So when you see other mamas on the internet getting things done, just remember that they probably took the entire day to film that video, and they're not they don't have superpowers. So this video took me hours and hours to film as I was helping the kids do stuff and doing this project at the same time. Well guys, I ran out of paint. Ran out, so I'm gonna have to go to Walmart and take the paint swatch and have them mix it for me, because I'm not driving all the way back to Home Depot. It's like 30 minutes away. This wall is done. It looks way more like pink on camera, but it's definitely like a pale pink. This wall is like halfway done. I had to do a second coat in here because it's such a light color, and that's why I ran out of paint, because I only got 1 gallon. And I just did the boys' room, and I did 1 gallon in their room, but it was like a gray and it just covered better. Same exact paint, just covered better. So I still need to do a second coat on this wall and the trim second coat. Not the trim, but the edging. So I'm gonna have to go get like half a gallon. I'm not gonna do that right now because we still have not done school today. We need to do homeschool. So it might be 3:45, but that's one of the beauties of homeschool, is you can do it whenever it fits into your schedule. So right now is time for school, and then I'm obviously not going to get to painting her dresser today, but I might get around to doing that tomorrow. So you guys will have to stay tuned for another video, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with school. I need to get the table cleared off. It's a mess in here. So I will check in with you guys later, hopefully when I get her room done later tonight. All right, we just finished up eating dinner. We had pizza for dinner. Donnie picked up Papa Murphy's on his way home from work. So I am in the car. I'm getting ready to head out. I have my little paint swatch here. The color is Cupcake Pink by Behr, but I'm gonna go to Walmart and see if they can't mix this up for me. I've tried to have paint mixed at Walmart before, but they told me I needed to have like the actual paint swatch, and this time I do. So let's hope that I can get a half a gallon of this mixed up, because I only have one wall left to do a second coat on, and I would like to get it done tonight. It's only $5.50, so I will keep you guys posted. Okay, I'm back. Unfortunately, Walmart could not match my paint because the person that knows how to run the machine wasn't there or something. I don't really know. So I'm back home and this wall is not done, but I need to get Berkeley's room put back in order so she can sleep tonight. So I'm just gonna have to wait until I make another trip into the city to go to Home Depot to get another half a gallon to finish this wall. So I'm gonna be in that town on Wednesday, so I'll probably grab that paint then. But for now, I'm gonna get her room put back in order, and I'm gonna start going through the the toys in her closet that I showed you guys earlier, and try to get that stuff organized as well.
Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chance?
Now I have everything put back where it needs to go. I'm going to take her blinds, lay them out on the floor, dust them off, and then I'm just taking some Mrs. Meyer's cleaner and I'm going to really scrub these blinds on both sides of each little slat because they're so dusty and dirty and just dingy looking. So this is something that I probably should do every 6 months or so. It's kind of a tedious, annoying chore, but needs to be done. This is one reason that I like having curtains better than blinds, because you can just throw them in the wash, but I love how blinds look and they just look clean and nice and crisp. So I guess that's just a chore that's gonna have to be done. But once I have those cleaned, I'm going to put them back up.
Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come on.
Right now we are going to head into the disastrous closet, and I'm basically pulling out one bin at a time, organizing things by categories, figuring out what is broken, what is cheap little McDonald's toy or something, what is trash, what needs to be thrown away, what needs to be donated, that kind of thing. Just organizing it into piles and trying to be intentional with what I'm keeping. I know what things that she enjoys, I know what things they all like playing with together, and I'm just trying to keep things as minimal as I can without getting rid of all the things that she enjoys playing with. But you'll see my pile there by the door that is really adding up, so I had Braden grab me a trash can or a trash bag so I could get that stuff bagged up, and I do end up with a full bag at the end of this of things that are going to the trash, just little junky pieces of things. You know how that goes if you've ever cleaned out a kid's room. So what I ended up keeping at the end of this was her Peppa Pig toys, cars, like little Hot Wheels and stuff that were my brother's when he was a kid, and the boys played with them and she loves playing with them. All the little small animal figurines, and then we have the figures from the Planes movies that were the boys when they were little, and she likes playing with those. all of her stuffed animals, her baby dolls, her Barbies, and then a few other little learning toys as well. But that's pretty much it, and then all of the food for her kitchen. So here you're going to see me kind of organizing things into some new bins that I got, and I realized that I'm going to need some more to have everything matching, so I dumped all of the leftover things that I need to get storage for into this one little pink cube, and I have ordered some more wooden bins from Target, but I have her stuffed animals over there. I ended up keeping her Barbie house in the closet, got some dress-up toys and some other stuff over there on the side of the closet. And then these pictures are going to be hung up on the wall here, and I am going to finish painting that wall and get the light switch cover put back on, but this is what things are looking like. I'd also like to get a round mirror or something to go above her bed, something round to balance off that wall, but I got these wooden storage bins from Target, and like I said, I did order a few more in the larger size to go in her closet to continue organizing. I realized I needed more whenever I was going through all her toys. But this is what it is looking like at the end. I am going to be painting that dresser white and the knobs on the other one to match, and I think that will just tie all of the colors and stuff together. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint Berkeley's room. Don't forget to check the link in the description box so you guys can get your free trial from Skillshare. I have really been loving what they have to offer, so be sure to go and check that out. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!